It is now time to explain to people just what's wrong with me. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jimmy James, and I'm back. What's going on? Haven't seen you guys for a while. So, I was like, shit, in my busy life, I gotta make time for this podcast thing, right? Like, I'm still here. Now, honestly, I took some time off. I wasn't even going to do anything today. By the way, if I drop anything, it's Tuesday, March 8th. Yeah, I had just a bad day ready. I had the analytics from Spotify, which I wanted to get into. I was getting... I put JIMMY on my this is important side news here you guys gotta listen to. I put stickers that says my name, and the Y's falling off. The Y is falling off. I also want to give a shout out. I would like to give a shout out. Actually, no, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Bolin Podcast. Man, he's dropped 8 episodes. Let me see. Yeah. He's dropped 8 episodes. I'm up to 6. He was big. He's a big YouTuber, and I mean now he's doing YouTube what 3 or 4 times a day. Like, I don't know. No, he's doing like three times a week or some shit, and he's doing the podcast every Monday and Thursday or something like that. I don't know. You gotta go listen to it. But, so if he's really good at telling stories, like that's his specialty, like he'll tell you a story, like really good. What do you do? I tell stories about what? Other people. What do you do? Do you do anything like yourself? No, I just generally look up stories of other people and I reenact them. I'm not like this show's really good. I'm just thinking like, how do you answer that question? It's like, what the fuck am I talking about over here? What, like, couple thousand views to his millions of views in, like, fucking 10 minutes of putting out a fucking YouTube where it's just him talking, Like, he literally does the hand gestures, like, of the stabbing. The man was getting stabbed by a pitchfork, and he's just staring, going, he's, like, stabbing the fucking air. I don't know. He's good. He's funny. It's worth it. I'm sitting there like talking about this show like he's a jackass. He's not. He's actually a really cool dude. Been wearing the same backwards cap, like in the thumbnails on YouTube. He has like 6 of the same poses. Where it looked like he just like wanted to edit something, but he didn't really care. That's my type of guy right there. Like, he's like, fuck it, dude, it's there. I told him the story. I don't care. He doesn't have all this fancy shit behind his camera with like 30 different fucking pop outs, and he seems like a type of dude who has his head screwed on fucking semi-normal, whatever normal is, and it looks like he just does... I don't know, I guess you could just tell those people who they seem odd, but honestly, they're so far from odd. To somebody like us, if you really look, like, to me, he's not an odd guy. Like, he's my type of character. And he was a Marine, which, see, a lot of people will say that first. Well, he was a Marine, too. Like, oh, really? Oh, I guess I'm really starting to like this guy. Like, that's how they talk. Well, Mr. Paul, he's a really good storyteller. Really? Yeah. Oh, also, he was a Marine. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Like, that makes a difference to this. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? It's because he was a Marine. It has nothing to do with him being a fucking YouTuber. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Why am my fucking chair? I swear to God, I was literally don't tell my chair this. I was sitting in another chair the other day, and it was only $20. I was sitting on that bitch. Oh my God, I was like, this would fit. It doesn't squeak at all. There's no cushion left on the bottom of my chair. People, I've asked for support and subscription. Like, why would you subscribe to me? Just for my fucking cushion, so my ass has something fucking comfortable underneath of it. All right, let's get into today's show. I'm not doing podcasting, obviously, or what the fuck you call it. I'm not doing podcasting. Analytics for Spotify. Oh, let me like this real quick. I want to go back to my asshole days. Oh, here's something you guys should know. I didn't get my tooth fixed, but I'm on some weird medication, which is probably why I haven't done any podcast. I gotta find where the fucking Spotify... I feel like I want to pause this and come back, you know? But I'm already kind of here, and I'm like... Can I just, like, hold them for a couple more seconds? Let me go to desktop mode. So right now, I've been also better at, multitasking. Before, like, it was a couple months ago, I couldn't even, like, talk on the phone without doing something else. Like, I can actually smoke a cigarette, have a sip of my coffee, find the analytics, see how much time is left. I got this fucker down now. It's like 2 years in, and I finally figured out how to talk on a podcast that nobody listens to. Brought to you by Anchor. Oh, I had so many ideas since I've been off. Oh, God. Usually I'd be like, oh, this is going to go on my... Oh, that's a good idea for a podcast. And, like, that would be my whole week. You know, like, I would have one podcast in front of another, and it was like shit, you know, just killing time. Some of them were stupid. So this season, for the first season, this is the first full episode of season 7, I'm going to have a real decent show. And I'm spitting everywhere when I'm talking. This season 7. Gotta watch my P's and S's. But, yeah, so you guys are going to be hearing this by tonight, which is Tuesday. I was supposed to do Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, and I've been seeming like Tuesday, Friday, and like Saturday, Sunday. I don't know. Let me get a sip of my coffee while you fuckers wait for a second. Keep your eyes on the road. So I listened to his podcast, by the way. I listen to everybody's. Everybody that I've mentioned, and that I also wanted to give a shout out to, which I'll be doing next, because I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to get ahead of myself. You know I've grown. It's like, who is this guy? This ain't the same guy that was podcasting. This is not who I followed. Come on, buddy. Alright, so, the fuck was I just saying? Alright, so stick right there. Let me get, because I won't ever get anything done. So I'm going to have the stats up for Spotify. So when you come back, we're going to go over analytics for Spotify. So I know this 9 minutes or so of your life that was taken up. Sorry, but not sorry. You can go fuck yourself, but also stay tuned for this Anchor. You fucking know what's coming on. Let's go. Be right back. Stay there. Hey, just want to say thank you to Bree and Real for favoriting my podcast. Thanks for keeping it real. Been listening to you guys. Been listening to a lot of people lately. So, once again, thank you guys for favoriting me. Take care. Alright guys, we're back. What's up? Wanted to give a proper shout out to Bree and Real. I want to make sure I'm saying that right, but Bree and Real, for giving me a favorite in Spotify. Or, I'm sorry, favoriting me in Anchor. Spotify, you follow me there too. Would like to give a proper shout out once again to Justin. That's Justin's Eye on Entertainment and World Review. Dysfunctional duo. Those guys been up to they got a couple episodes out. They got Friends and Black Rose. I found out what the Black Rose meant. I finally listened to it, so I don't want to spoil anything, but it was a weird one. And let's talk about it. Success stories about what works. Strong body, strong soul with Maria Humphreys. This is not for you. They just threw on a new episode. That's their 4th, called Musicals. I have not heard it yet, so I'm gonna jump into that when I am done. Oh, my phone just fell. Brand new phone. Did you get the insurance? Absolutely not. Why? Why didn't you get the insurance? I don't drop phones. I don't break shit. And then what do? I just had to take the protector off too, so the cord would fit, so I could talk on this as I'm giving my shout outs. And for some reason I have it all the way across where I used to have my old phone. But anyway, I don't know. I always found that funny when people were like, you ever just watch somebody, next time they drop a phone, or I've mentioned this before, or a tablet, anything digital, they rush to it. Like it's going to make it any more better. like it's a child. You ever see a kid fall, bang his knee, nothing serious, and you run over, oh my god, and you're running over real quick, comfort, it's like the comfort, right? We ever see people do that? Like grown adult men do that with their fucking phones. Oh, they jump over there like, oh my god, it's it's an $800 fucking phone, like $800 these phones cost. Seriously. So I'm gonna tell you what kind of phone I got. I had a choice. This was I had two choices. First I only had one, but I could have got the LG, which was the Samsung A13, which was the newest one. And then I'm gonna give a shout out to Al, if he's listening. What's up? Thank you. He then said, oh wait, I want to be straight up with you. This dude's cool as shit too. Like, he gave me all the good deals. He said, I got the Motorola 5G. They were both 5G, but it's called the Motorola something 5G. It's 5G. That's all I know. Not the name of the phone. Fuck, I don't really know about phones like that. And he gives them both to me. He's like, you could pick. I'm like, well, which one would you pick? I was like, if I pick this one, is it going to make you more money? Because I was trying to ask him as a salesman. He goes, now, honestly, I make the same either or. I just wanted to give you an option. Like I said, he's cool like that. And I was like, all right, since it's not a sales point, is it a preference? Are you trying to sell me this? Is this your last phone? He goes, yeah. I'm like, is there something wrong with it? Like, I was basically, every time I knew he was answering, like, yeah, I'm just trying to look out for you, I couldn't let my guard down. Like, I just kept letting it down just enough to, like, let it go by. And then I'd be like, alright. He was like, nah, man, that's my last one. But he's like, I just wanted to give you an option. Like, I try to do that for everybody. And I'm like, yeah, in my head, I'm like, bullshit. Dude, like, bullshit. You don't do that for everybody. You just do it because I'll see through your bullshit. Anyway, he wound up giving me the Motorola, which he didn't recommend the phone for me. I got to choose. And I chose it because it looked better. It looked better, and it was bigger, and it had 4 cameras, and the other one had 3. And I was like, wait a minute. My old phone had 4 cameras. If it's the A21,
and this is the A13. First of all, why are they going down in numbers? I thought the phones used to go up. When the new one came out, it was like the 1, and then there was a 2. Keep it easy. Now it's like the A13 is better than the A21. How is that? I don't know. Are they going like down like by contenders now? Like you're a titleist, like, and the number 1 champion around the world? Like, I don't know. So I wind up going with the Motorola because I heard Motorola and I'm like, I didn't even know they made phones. Like, I just know that they got good technology. I mean, it's mostly what's the sports, I'm thinking like football, like, they have Motorola built in. I don't know. I like the way it looked. Plus it had four cameras and I didn't want it down. I was like, I should either be getting 4 cameras or 6 cameras. I should be going up in cameras or staying at the same camera rate. This is not important to me at all. Long story short, I wind up getting the Motorola. So, this was supposed to be about analytics, but I've been off so long, I'm just catching you up on all this shit I've been doing. Like, I've been doing so much more of just bullshitting. Like, just life bullshitting. It felt so good to take a fucking break off of podcasting. Like, social. Just get off of social. See, I don't walk around. I'm not the type of guy that has to have a phone glued to my fucking hand. Don't get me wrong. Like, if I go out, I will, once in a blue moon, I'll forget my phone, but I usually won't. But it's not the first thing on my mind. Do you know what what I really liked about this phone? It was fit, F-I-T, like fit. It keeps up with your fitness and shit. And, like a Fitbit or whatever, like a watch. So I'm like, this thing keeps up with your everything. Like your heart rate, all that. Like, all you gotta do is touch your finger on the back of the camera lens and shit and like sears it, or like, I don't know, it fucking burns your, I don't know, it sees the beats per minute or whatever. So I was at the store today because I had to go to Walmart today to return something. And I'm like, why don't I just get like one of those Fitbit watches? And then I look some of them up and I'm like, holy fuck. So that's why they're tied down, because they're expensive as shit. Like, I thought maybe I'd pay $30. There's cheap ones there. A couple of them there were like $20. Like the, cheaper ones. What the fuck was it called? I don't remember the name of it. Incontition? Oh my god. I forget. I'm bad with names. You guys know this. But anyway, if I don't finish the rest of this podcast, by the way, I want to go upload it, and I was always bitching about uploading speeds. Literally, I uploaded this exclusively, and it fucking like that. That's how fast this phone is. And I'm still on the same Wi-Fi. I'm using Wi-Fi right now. And for some reason, I can't find my account with my analytics. So anyway, I would recommend, if you want to go to see your analytics, which I found now, but you're going to want to go to Spotify for podcasters and just kind of hit the line. There's basically just follow your dashboard. It should be a blue screen, Spotify for podcasters. And now I'm going to be at the analytics part, so here we go with that.
You now have reached the part of the show where you must listen to this ad from Anchor. It could change your lives.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jimmy James. Usually, I would stick to what I was going to be doing, which was, Spotify analytics, but I honestly wanted to do a TV show series night where I talk about a TV show on Epix. It's called from, and I think you guys would really enjoy it. I think I turned the TV off by accident. Anyway, I was going to watch it. Oh, I'm on the 4th episode because they played all 3 episodes. And on the last week, I screwed all that up. They played 3 episodes, so I don't know. I think it's really interesting. I have my theories, and I believe that, I'm going to have to do a spoiler thing, but I believe that they're all dead. So I am starting the 4th episode right now. A rock and a fairway. Am I saying that right? Far away? No, I can't see. A rock and a fairway. Yeah. And I'm on painkillers at the moment, so I guess I'm technically high. Anyway, I will let you know what the outcome of this episode and what my thoughts are. I want to watch it now, then I'll add it back. Here we go.
Alright, guys, here we go with this. You guys probably heard me talking about the show From, which I just watched the latest episode, which is now like going to be my new get into show and probably talk about it on Spotify, and I should say podcasting. The fuck, wherever you're hearing this, maybe some space beings, 10 million years into the future hearing this, and they're just like, and then what happened? I just had it. Okay. By the way, I was thinking, like, alright, let me get into this podcast analytics bullshit, right? Which I could do right now. But it's really, honestly, there's nothing, like, super special about it, other than basically, okay, here we go. It's not like Anchor. Okay, I'll give you an example. Alright, my Just a Bad Day trailer, it only had 12 in total. This is Spotify. 12 people that clicked on it. And it was still, like, I dropped it on February 26th, and people were still clicking it on March 3rd was the last click. I literally got up to 1 listener, which is weird. That's it. That's my highest listeners. Okay, well, that was just the trailer. That's like a shitty, it's a trailer. It's not supposed to be that amazing. So anyway, let's go to top episodes. How's top episodes? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, my newest episodes. Okay. Alright. I'm just getting an idea, like, what the fuck does this mean? Where am I? When does time exist? Okay, also, this is a little tip on the podcast and thing before I get on to the show thing. At the top, when you get at the home, after you sign up Spotify for podcasters, you want to hit the little lines there on the top left-hand side, and it says Spotify for podcasters with an X, and right below it says add or claim your podcast. That's where you want to do your ad and claim your podcast. I should probably put that in at the beginning, so people were like, oh, but, if you stuck this far, then you know. So if you're new to podcasting, even if you've been doing it for a while, because I didn't know about this until almost a year. Like I said, Anchor wasn't with Spotify, but after a while it was out, I finally starting to get like, okay, what do I get? which I think they should give people who been doing podcasting for X amount of time. You know, I'm not saying everybody. Like, let me start a podcast and you get something. Like, I think Spotify should give people like me and other people who's been podcasting on their platform free premium. Now, I pay for mine. I don't know if anybody was wondering, but yeah, it costs money to pay for mine. Now, there is ways that I could make it cheaper. Like, there's advertising here, okay? For instance, you could have promo cards. They're shareable social media assets for podcasters. Create and customize your own graphics to share with your fans and promote your podcast. I've done that before. Get discovered on Spotify's new podcast charts. This is a big one. If you get hit up on this, which you basically, there's 2 ways you're going to get hit up. Actually, 3 ways, I would say, that I'm thinking off the top of my head. 1, you got to be somebody famous. Like, that's one way. Like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, just, I like to introduce everybody. Bad one. It's a bad one. I was gonna do like Sean, but he's not here. Sean Connery, come back from the dead to do a podcast. Everybody get to the chopper. Get to the podcast. So that's one way. The second way is if you already have millions of viewers on YouTube, you will get people to listen to your show. Okay? And that's when I was talking about Mr. Ball. And I respect that because he tells stories. Like, it's not like in his show, he does have some scenes that he shows, like pictures, like this is a real photo of the place, but most of the narrative is on him, the story narrative. Like, I guess he's talking about the story 100% on him. The camera, should I say. This is not like photos of the crime or whatever he's talking about. Anyway, and the third and final way is, like, you just fucking hit it off. Like, basically, you're like me. You're a god at podcasts, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, how do I get this good? How do I get as good as Jimmy James? And you're just fucking boom, top of the charts. Top of the charts. I'm going, what the fuck was that? I was thinking that old movie. I'm going to something. Oh, man, you know what? I got these fucking tight-ass pants on. I finally went in. Now it's going to bother me. I got 3 things like running through my head. I want to get the analytics out. I want to tell them about the show. But I got these pants on underneath that I bought from my pops. But, they're fucking just so tight. Yeah, so... Did you guys hear that fucking thing I dropped? Oh, wait, is it out yet? It should be out. I put Just the Bad Day. When I went down and fucking read him that letter. Oh my god. He was fucked up, like sleeping. But he was already like fucked up. You know what I mean? Like he's old and I got him when he was sleeping. I put it on YouTube and everything. And I think I overdid it with the laugh. After I watched the video, I was like, ha ha ha, it was fake. I was like, that was a fake laugh. Oh my god. I just had to take those pants, I'm taking my pants off. I'm doing the podcast. This is why. I just don't feel like stopping the podcast. Once I stop, and then I gotta upload, and I'm like, fuck all that. Oh, so much better. So yeah, whatever I was talking about, then add 10 distractions. No. So I was talking about doing podcasts, and there's ways to do it. Like I said, the 3 biggest ways are being famous, having a YouTube thing that's already blown up, or some sort of social, or you're just naturally fucking amazing at it. And I want to tell you, I want to be honest with you, there is people, right off the top of my head, I'm thinking of like 2 or 3 people, I'm not even going to say who they are, they're podcasters that have the voice for podcasting. I think 1 or 2 of you might know who I'm talking about. I actually had this conversation with one other podcaster about this. No, I'll throw out 3 of them. I'm not going to be a dick. I have nothing to hide. I just hope they feel the same way. So, the one guy, he's a little weird. No, there's people out there that have it. I'm not really going to name any names, but, you know, I like some of the people, like, when I hear them, I'm like, all right, they got the podcasting voice down. You know, it's like you can make it happen if you don't have it. If you're just like, hi, well, this is my show. I love everybody. We're gonna do questions from kids. You know, like, you just gradually, you can sound like this. Hi, Baba. We're gonna not figure out anything here, guys. I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, now I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. You're trying to be funny, punk. I need to do something. What the fuck was that? I'm forgetting my movie lines. This is where I usually do my movie lines. So what the fuck was it? It's the guy. It's the old guy too. I saw something on the wing. There's something on the wing. That's it. Jesus Christ, I'm forgetting my shit. Spotify for Podcasters presents the Gimlet Academy. Take your show to the next level with expert lessons from podcast pioneer Alex Bloomberg. First of all, if I ever in my fucking life go to school to learn how to be a podcaster, I need to be beaten with some heavy object. Like, don't get me wrong, I can improve, but go to school? School. Literally. It's like it says here, it's an academy. Make it all sophisticated. You just want to be all sophisticated. Oh my god. I think I got a blood clot in my leg. Oh my god. Fucking drinking caffeine. Smoking so many cigarettes. I've really got to stop smoking. I mean, I started lighting up again. Anyway. I also want to throw out there, this is the last thing, before I get into the show a little bit, because I realize this upload is so much faster now, but I wanted to throw out there, matter of fact, I'm going to do that at a separate piece. I'm going to give a shout out to a special somebody, or it's actually a place, and I was thinking about doing that on a separate podcast, because that's like a whole separate entity, and I'll tell you what it's about coming up after this.
Hey!
Must have got knocked down in a storm or something.
It's a pretty selective storm. What are they doing? Can we just leave, please? Jim!
In this dirty old part of the city,
Maybe we missed the sign for the highway.
We didn't miss the sign.
where the sun refused to shine.
Can I help you? We got on a detour off the highway and cell service around here.
Got your family with you?
Yeah. I was wondering if you could point me in the direction of the highway.
Not a problem.
And one thing I know is true.
What do you say?
Stay on the road.
You're dead before your time is through.
Did we turn somewhere?
God damn it.
Jim, we're driving in circles. You drove out this way. How did we get back here? Oh my God!
So that was the trailer, little teaser clip from the series, from which I'm getting into, I recommend you do. It's on Epix. It's only on Epix. If you don't have Epix, I want you to try 123 Movies on your web browser, or if you have a computer or something, you know, you could probably watch it on there for free. But it comes with the package we have on our Xfinity. So, I wanted to start doing shows about that. So, like, where they're from. Like, I have so many theories. I never really wanted to do a series for podcasting, like a TV series, but I could see this series, if it plays out the way it does, and they don't let the people know as fast, you know, like what's going on too fast, I guarantee they can keep people held in for a really long time. And if you guys don't know, these, I don't know if they're all, but these are the creators that made Lost, the series Lost. And if you haven't seen that, then you probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So watch Lost and then watch From. But then I'll give you, you know, some spoiler alerts will be posted on my next recording. I'm still getting my phone worked out, and then I will finish the rest of Just a Bad Day, which I didn't really have a bad day, but I usually like to do them once in a while just for fun, because somebody out there might be having one. But, so if you haven't seen the episodes yet, get caught up, because I'm going to be talking about the latest one, which was episode 5. It was 5. The first three came out the same day, and then, yeah, so it was 3, so it's 3 weeks, you know, because it's the only thing me and my pop are like I'll go down there and sit and watch it with him, like it's, you know, we're trying to figure it out, but sometimes he's half awake, half asleep type of thing. Alright guys, well that's it for the Jimmy James Show. Like I said, I'm sorry I didn't get into the analytics or whatever. That's why I just titled I Am Still Here type thing. I'm still here, I'm still alive. I'm still kicking, I'm still thriving. Anyway, alright, I'll talk to you guys soon. Until next time. And like always, take care of yourselves and one another. This is Jimmy James saying peace out.
Thank you.